Hi, I'm Justin Janowski, the founder of Faith to Influence and your host of the Sales Strategies for Christian Coaches podcast. I remember starting my business in December of 2018 as a Christian coach and just hoping I could make it. God provided for that business beyond what I could have imagined. I collected over $250,000 in revenue in my first year. We've collected over $2.1 million in revenue over my first 6 years. And God has blessed us in ways I couldn't have even ever fathomed. Thank you, God. This podcast exists, by the way, to help you, newer Christian coaches, Christian entrepreneurs, optimize your business models, optimize your pricing strategies, optimize your mindset around sales and money, remove any resistance that you have to succeed in your business, and to help you find high integrity, high converting sales strategies that you can use to grow your business. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Today, I want to talk to you about avoiding small talk traps. Here's the truth. Many coaches and entrepreneurs, especially Christians, who have big, loving, service-oriented hearts, avoid having the real conversation and instead opt for a side conversation that's surface level and has less depth and value when they're in sales calls. And it's because they've got a fear of sales. It's a sales avoidance tactic. So if you found yourself getting on a sales call and small talking or building rapport for 10 minutes or 15 or 20, or recognizing that you're running out of time on the sales call before you ever get to your offer, maybe sometimes you're not making the offer at all. You're not even having to follow up for that. It just becomes a call where you're building a friendship or a relationship when you knew it was supposed to be a call where you served that person and invited them to buy. You're missing opportunities. And I want you to know that it's because of good reason. It's because of your big heart that you maybe are avoiding sales and you think it's going to be this bad thing. But I want you to know that sales, when done right, is coaching with an invitation at the end of it. It's leadership, it's love, it's goodness, it's generous. And it's in the best interest of you and your clients for you to coach and serve them on your sales calls and then invite them to buy, especially if you know that God has called you to important work. If God has called you to important work, let's stop avoiding it. Let's not get stuck or caught up in small talk that lingers too long at the beginning of the call or throughout the call. Let's be transparent and clear that this conversation is an opportunity for us to both evaluate whether or not it's a fit for us to work together. And let's operate as an expert on that call, as a leader on that call. Here's what I know to be true. If someone gets on a call with me, a sales call with me is a coaching call with an invitation at the end of it. And a coaching call with me is worth $1,000. Even if you're a new coach, I'm telling you, your coaching call's got to be worth a couple $100. That might not be what you charge for it, but that's really the low end of value ladder of what something like that's worth in the marketplace. And so if a coaching call with you is worth a couple $100 or $500 or $1,000 or even more than that, let's not waste time small talking about the fish on the wall. Let's not waste time talking about the weather. Let's not make this feel like every other surface level conversation that we're used to having. Let's be bold in asking the most important, most courageous questions, the questions that people aren't normally asked, the questions that they need to be asked, the questions that change the game for people, that elevate opportunities in their life, in their marriage, in their health and fitness, in their business, in whatever area that you work with people in. Let's imagine that they had paid $1,000 for this sales call. Would you small talk for 20 minutes of it? Or would you get right to the heart of the matter and provide significant value early on? If they paid $1,000 for it, I know that you'd show up differently. This is your encouragement to imagine that the call is worth that much and to show up differently, even though they haven't paid for it yet. If you show up the right way on a sales call, you're professional, you're assertive, you're directive, you're going to make it easy for the right people to say yes, you're going to be their coach. And if we do this right, and we move right into the actual heart of the call from the onset, some way halfway through the call, they're just going to begin to recognize they're with their coach. Your ideal client's going to say, wow, this is my coach. And they're going to recognize the value of this conversation and know that they need to have more direct conversations like this more often, that they need to be challenged like this more often. This is my invitation for you. Let go of surface level small talk. Let go of and say no to sales avoidance and be the coach, leader that your prospects and future clients need. You can do it. If you want help learning how to do this well, by the way, grab our free 10-step sales process, www.goodsalespdf.com, and we'll teach you exactly how we do this. All the steps of the process are there for you for free. Enjoy. God bless you all.